So the older I get, I've had to really accept that women just don't want to see men happy, just at all. Like they just like remember that video where they interviewed that college girl. Where it's like, what do you what's like what do you hate about what's something that you hate? She's like, I just hate seeing men smile or something. She said like something crazy like that. I'm like, what in the hell? That's one of the weirdest things. Like she just doesn't like seeing men like happy. And it's I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's plus 95%. Particularly, I'll say an American woman that's like damn near. I'll say yeah, still 95% in America. And the reason why I've come to that conclusion is I'll see their reaction to the passport bros. I'll see their reaction to what I'm going to cover here, the AI bots, right? So now you have these AI bots. They're starting to develop them. They're, the female AI bots or whatever you want to call them, and they just women just cannot hide their insecurity about this. So right here, you can have a woman reacting to these two guys interviewing each other. Well, this guy interviewing him about the development of a female AI bot, right? Fair use, by the way, fair use.
How much are they?
So a robot like Melody is $150,000, and that's fully AI capable and customized. But we can actually make the robot look like anything you want. You can come to us and say we would like give us a picture of someone, and we can make that robot customized to you, and we can customize the AI so that it knows exactly what you want it to know. So it can learn about your company, it can learn about your product,
okay,
or it can be your girlfriend.
Are we going to be like, this is my God, this is my family?
So I know it's a short video and you guys might not make much of it, but I want you to pay attention to this comment section because it's all women in the comment section because the Instagram page in even of itself is tailored towards girls. It's really a video reactions type channel about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't know, whatever, but it's going to be all women in the comment section reacting to this. And I paid attention to the woman on the left where she's just like in shock. Now I want to show you some of these comments right here, right? So here you have one woman, she goes, "We need less men in STEM." And then another woman says, "The robot already looks like it understands the horrors of the female experience." Somebody said, "Wait till the robots start rejecting men too." What like it's just, these are some weirdo answers or responses from women here. Somebody said, "Men will literally buy a robot girlfriend instead of going to therapy or learning to be a good person." I said the robot looks traumatized. I'm like, how does it look? It's a robot, right? Somebody said, "Give us a photo. We can make the robot look the same." How is that legal? Well, we've already sold our image and likeness to companies a long time ago, so I don't know why she's mad now. Somebody said, "Illegal. You cannot use someone's likeness without their permission." Well, okay, that's fine. Then they think that's gonna be the end of the world if a guy's like, I want the robot to look like this. Oh, you can't. Oh, okay, let's make it look like this instead. Right? Somebody said they'll spend $150K on a doll, but they want you to go 50-50 at Waffle House. Well, no, this is gonna be tailored to men with means, and men with means will spend that $150K on that. Another woman said, "If we choose the bear, they can choose the Terminator." Fair enough, but okay. So you see where I'm getting at with these comments. Now, here's the thing. This is why I don't. This is the one thing. This is one of the things that do annoy me that women do, right? Particularly American women. Okay, you don't want the guys, right? You think guys are weirdos. You think they're men are just awful. Fine, whatever. Who cares? Okay, so if they decide to get an AI bot or AI girlfriend, why do you care? Why do you don't want these guys? You don't care what they do. You think they're monsters. Let them be a monster with their AI bot. They'll leave you alone, right? Since women swear that they always being harassed somewhere. I've always tried to wonder, the dichotomy of men are not approaching us anymore, but then at the same time they swear that they're the most like hunted. Right? Like remember when I did the video of the girl that was talking about it's Trump's America, right? And the girl was wearing like outlandish clothing, where she herself said that she doesn't even nobody even bothers her about her clothing, but clearly the type of hooker clothing that she was wearing, she's looking for attention. It's clear as day. Like the clothes that she was wearing, she's looking for attention. So when she finally gets that attention, so she can use that as a reference point of, you see, this is what men do, but it's like you're clearly looking for the attention. And I will say this: American women, they've the weirdo behavior needs to stop. Like I'll say this, I really don't care in terms of, you know, women saying, you know, they choose the bear. I don't care about all that. Or just even when they be saying men need to die and all this stuff, you'll hear women say, I'm like, I don't even care about that. But look, fine, you can, whatever. We're the worst, right? Fine, whatever. I'll let you guys run with that. But now that guys will decide to move on, they decide to get a girl from another country, or they'll go the AI route, or they just decide to stay home and just whack off to some videos on the screen. It's a problem. It's always a problem when you're not giving them attention. This is weirdo behavior, in my opinion. This is weirdo behavior. Why do you care about an AI bot? You don't like the men anyways. Why do you care? You know? Like, I see this comment right here. It said, the fact that we are all afraid for the robot's well-being says a lot. What are you now, mind you, these are the same broads that they be having all types of toys. I don't want to, you know, vibrators, right? They have all these things, but if a man gets something similar, he's looked at as a loser. You know what I mean? Talking about afraid for the robot's it's a robot. If women were able to focus their efforts and get a robot to do a whole lot of things, they would do the exact same thing, if not worse. If not worse. You know, but when I'm looking at these comments, when they're talking about, I'm so worried about the well-being of a robot, it's almost, it reminds me of when, you know, the guy starts talking about, I'm just gonna get women overseas, I'm gonna be a passport bro, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go overseas to get a traditional woman, whatever. Then you'll have women talking about, I'm so worried about the well-being, they're taking advantage of them. And then at the same time saying, oh, they're just taking advantage of sex workers, slut shaming them at the same time. You're just like, y'all are weirdos. If you don't like these guys, fine. They decide to move on, it's a problem. This is just weirdo behavior. This is what, like, when I start hearing women start saying stuff like this when it comes to the AI bots, or when it comes to guys getting women overseas, I really, people talking about they're worried for the AI bots' well-being. I'm worried for women's well-being. They're not mentally. I know women are wired differently from men, but mentally, this is a disease. This is a, like, women are really just mentally ill in this country. You say you rather choose the bear. You say men are predators, men are this and that. They decide to move on to something else, and you're still worried about what they're doing. Like, I've also been noticing where American women are now touring, like when they vacation, like particularly single women. Now they're going to the same spots that the passport bros are going. Have you been noticing that? You're seeing more women now say, oh, I'm vacationing to Thailand, or I'm vacationing to the Philippines. Like, they're going to the exact spots now that the passport bros have been, like, bragging about, or the expats are at. And you're just like, what are y'all doing? And somebody had warned me about American women, but particularly it was like Black American women he was saying, but he was just saying American women are stalking the passport bros. Like, this is peak. It don't get no weirder than it'll get no weirder than that. It really doesn't get weirder than that. So when it comes to women in attention, they really need that attention like a vampire needs blood. I would say even worse. I'll say even worse. Like, their thirst for attention is worse than a vampire for a thirst for blood, in my opinion. You know, talking about the well-being of a robot. Why do you care? Oh man. So somebody said, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. The ethics of this are highly questionable. Please. Somebody say, watch men assault robots. Oh Lord, have mercy. Somebody said, imagine if you just paid that $150K towards therapy. No. Oh my God. I will say this. There's going to be a time in the future, because I think, unfortunately, what Corey Holcomb said about women is going to be like, it is, we're already seeing it here, where basically men are just not going to have, they're just going to completely avoid women as much as possible, where they're just only going to use them just sex only, and then just get away from them as fast as quickly as possible, right? And in the future, I think there's going to be women like, wait, wasn't there a time where men and women used to be together? What happened? Why are men and women not together? And somebody's going to tell them the truth, and they're just going to see somebody I think women in the future are going to be like, damn, we actually had it good, and then the cycle will continue itself. But right now, women are just they're displaying. I don't even think men are supposed to know how mentally unstable women really are. I don't even think men are really supposed to know this stuff. But this is why the people in the past, they were actually ahead of their time. We like to say, oh, these people are primitive or these people are backwards technology wise, but really they're actually ahead of us. They had religious standpoints and stuff because men and women are not really supposed to know, the negative, our negative sides of each other so well. But particularly, I will say men are not really supposed to know. We're not supposed to know like how starved for attention women are, or just the negative side effects of just being with women for a long period of time. I think men are not really supposed to know this stuff because the men that do, they just go, let me just avoid them as much as possible. And that's basically where I'm at in my life. I try my best to avoid them when I can, and then whenever the need arises, I know who to call. Right. And that's basically where I'm at in life right now. So many men that are privy to the information that I'm speaking on, right, they don't even care about the shaming language. They're just, we're good, we're just going to avoid these creatures for now, only because there's just something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them, right? But any of you guys, just if you guys get the chance, just look at the comment section on it. I don't understand how, as a girl, you're threatened by AI bots. If you gave a man the option, look, you can have a girlfriend, she likes you for real, and it's just guaranteed she likes you for you. If you give him the option to choose that girl versus the AI bot, he's gonna choose the girl. He's gonna choose a real girl. But for them to be that insecure about AI bots really just shows where they are, mentally, physically, emotionally, all that. I don't know how you're threatened by an AI bot and you're an actual real woman, but that's that's just where they are, mentally. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe. I probably got to change that banner. I don't want Joy Taylor suing me. I cannot believe Joy Taylor got away with what she got away with. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'm out of here.